ain't mine.
What's good, Vibe Tribe?
We are back with another video. What we about to do today, mama? Let them know.
Today we're getting a little personal with you guys, but before we get into that, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on your post notifications so y'all know every time we post. So
Smash that
good. I'm sorry about this reflection y'all see in my glasses all the time, but it's always gonna happen. So I hope we're all on the same page about that. Anyways, so we're gonna do a little mukbang with y'all today. We got KFC and we got chicken tenders and we got some fries, but we poured them out. So I got my hot sauce on the side, my buffalo sauce.
I'm a barbecue sauce kind of girl, you feel me?
And yeah, we're just gonna be chit-chatting because it seems like the theme in our life lately has been people coming out.
Yep, I've been talking to some people about it.
And we just figured it would be helpful, maybe a little uplifting, maybe a little bit motivating if just admiring myself, if we like expressed our coming out stories or what we feel would be helpful when coming out, and understanding your sexuality and understanding what it is you truly like, because to be honest, you really don't need a label at all.
Yeah, the biggest thing is like you being honest with yourself at the end of the day, you know, not being out here saying like all these guys. If you don't like guys, like be honest with yourself. It's not even about other people. I always say it, like, it's not about what other people think. Like, people always gonna think something. People gonna think something if you straight, if you not straight, if like whatever you are. Someone is always gonna have something to say. Shit. You see these famous people, they be getting ripped to shreds on these blogs and stuff. It don't matter who you are. So own your shit.
Right.
Excuse my language. But
so, but that being said, I'm gonna tell y'all my little coming out story. It's nothing too big, but when I was, I was a sophomore. I believe I was a sophomore in high school, because I was around 15 or 16, and everybody's usually a year older than me. So if you're 15 when you're a freshman, you're 16 when you're sophomore, whatever, that doesn't really matter. Point is, I liked this girl, and she told me she didn't want to be with me unless I told my mom that I was, you know, and me being stupid and having this ill crush on her, I'm like, damn, I guess I have to tell my mom, because like she ain't gonna want to be with me otherwise. So this one night I tell my mom, I was like, Mom, we gotta talk. She's like, okay. So we go to my room, close the door. I'm like, Mom. And at the time, I really wasn't 100% if I was bisexual or lesbian yet. So like, to soften the blow for her, my mom, I thought I would say I was bisexual just to make it easier. You know, keep it in her mind that I still like guys.
So many people do that though.
And it didn't help though. It didn't. I told her, she was like, ah. Mind you, my parents are still together, right? And I swore my dad was gonna take it rough. Yeah. It was my mom, and she's like the nicer, like, you know, happy-go-lucky parent. I didn't think she was gonna react that way at all. So yeah, she was like, I don't know what's in the water, da 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 da. It's a phase, blah 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 blah. She didn't say anything too bad, but she was mad. She was mad about it, and she told me it was a phase, and I'm like, okay, whatever, that's fine. Moving on. Oh, and by the way, the same girl that said if I tell my mom we could be together, yeah, she turned around and changed her mind. Love that for me. So. That's fine though. So that helped me tell my mom though. So like now I'm out to my mom. She thinks it's a phase though. So I just keep moving on with my life. And I expected her to tell my dad, but she never did. So I kind of just continued on living my life, exploring my sexuality on my own. And I had another friend who dresses similar to my girlfriend now. And I had a lot of these kind of friends. And one of them, you know, like a little bit masculine. And then so the friend was sleeping over my house, and
she had like that, she was having sleepovers. She was lying, having just those sleepovers.
So my friend,
Mom, if you want me.
So I had a sleepover, but we didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing because I didn't like the girl like that. But so she slept over, and then when she left, literally as I'm closing my front door and turning the lock, I hear my dad calling me, Jade. I was like, this can't be good. This can't be good. So I walk up in there and I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I have to ask you a question. I was like, oh Lord. What you about to ask me? And I'm like trying not to make eye contact or nothing. He was like, you got all these different types of girls like in and out of the house, and like I'm just curious.
Yeah, all these different in and out.
It wasn't even like that. Majority of them really were my friends. Like we were just kicking it. But so yeah, he was like, you like girls? Yes or no? And I started to get a little choked up because I swore he was about to get mad at me. I swore he was about to get mad at me. I swore he was about to yell. I thought this was going to be like a terrible experience. And I was like, it's complicated. He was like, no, it's not. Do you like girls? Yes or no? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, only girls? I was like, at the time, for the most part, yeah. He looked at my mom. He was like, you knew? She was like, well, I thought it was a phase. He said, how you gonna tell her it's a phase? And I was like, he's on my side. He's okay with this. Oh, different. Plot twist. Okay. My dad was just happy I couldn't get pregnant. So, period.
That's how I always looked at it, honestly.
Period, poo. So, like, my parents, they took it okay for the most part. Like, my mom, she didn't hate me or treat me different or anything like that. But she swore it was a phase for the longest time. And that shit was annoying. But, I mean, you gotta let people adjust. My dad accepted it right away, though. Once he found out, he was just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Beautiful thing. I didn't have that. My parents, love my parents, but they was not happy with the whole coming out. And mind you, I was never the type of person to like openly be like, I'm gay, I like girls, like everybody gonna know. Like, no, I was very, very low key about it. It was just like, if you were a dude and you asked me out, it was a no, and we kept it pushing. That's it. So everybody like kind of just put two and two together. That's how I preferred it. But my parents found a little Twitter I had with a bunch of little gay girls on it. And they had confronted me about my little Twitter. And then they had brought up the being gay thing. And then it turned into a whole, like, it had turned into, like, a little bit of a, like, a religious thing, whatever. And I'm spiritual, so I understand where they're coming from. Just not how I take it. Like, I don't feel like God hates me because I love who I love. I feel like I was created to love, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm really good at it. I'm a lover, y'all. Like, I really be...
certified lover girl.
I really be out here. So, like, I do understand. Some people have some crazy coming out stories. Like, I moved away from home. Like, I lived with a friend. Like, I was doing a lot. I really was, after all of that, I had graduated high school. And that was on the road. I was out. I was like, nah, I didn't want to tolerate that. Because it's like, you know, who are you to tell me who to love or how to love or what to love? Like,
yeah, we don't have to. Yeah. And that's honestly what I was going to say for you guys. If anybody's like trying to come out and you're scared or somebody disowning you and all that other stuff, I totally get it. And I totally understand it's not easy to do something like that. But when it comes to yourself and how you feel about yourself, I want you to know and I want you to understand that it is okay. Regardless of what anybody says to you, what anybody's reaction is, if they stop being friends with you, if people disown you, you don't need nobody who don't need you.
If they don't love you for you, they don't love you at all. That's how I feel. If you don't love me for me, you don't love me.
Because you being gay,
change.
what you like, what you don't like, that doesn't change you.
Not one bit. That's honestly, I say it all the time. Be you to your fullest, because
live your most authentic life.
Yep, nobody can be you out here.
That's your superpower. That's your superpower. That nobody can do you like you do. So, get in your bag. It's like, nah. But seriously, though, get in your bag.
And that's not to say, like, it's not going to be easy for some people. Because, like, for me, like, you know, having to be confident in who I am and how I wanted to live my life, that was a big decision I had to make for myself. And it's a big decision a lot of people have to make, you know? It's a decision you have to make because you do have to face sometimes how your parents will react, how your friends will react. But at the end of the day, if you know that who loves you will stand by you, that's all you gotta know.
That's what's important. Recognize the people who are standing by you. Because honestly,
can't tell you how many friends I lost because they, like, this was before I even came out because of, like, I was gay.
And honestly, I feel like majority of the time, they be projecting. They be projecting their own feelings onto you. Like, you know, wishing they could be that free, or wishing they could be, you know, that honest with themselves, or, you know, maybe they're gay on the inside too and they just don't want to come to terms with it. You know, a lot of that stuff is just projected, and it is not for you to take personally, because at the end of the day, you can't, like, you can't fight it, you know? You can't, like, ignore the urge that's in you. Like, if you're genuinely not attracted to a certain type of person or a certain type of gender, whether you're binary or non-binary, you know, trans, whatever, you cannot, like,
it's not something
fight it. Yeah. Like, if you're attracted,
I could not be with a dude. Like, no disrespect, because I have a lot of homies, but I could not be with a dude. There's a ton of dudes that have asked me out, all that stuff. I cannot do it. I cannot mentally bring myself to do it. I have no interest in it. It's something I'm confident in knowing. It's just something we know.
See, but the difference between me and my girlfriend is, though, I did experiment in it when I was younger. Like, you know, trying to date guys, trying to get used to guys, trying to, like, see what it's like being with them. It never measured up, though. I have way more fun with girls. I love how soft women are. I love how they smell. I love how they talk. Like, I love the feminine.
Tell me more.
I love the feminine stuff about them. You know, like hearing a girl giggle, that's cute as fuck. And she got dimples and shit, boobies, ass, all that stuff. I'm sorry. Guys don't have nothing to offer me. Nothing. At all.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not even sure guys are fully in touch with themselves for the most part.
Like, we tried it. It was cool. But we're off it now.
Yeah, so that's the message of the day, honestly. Be you. Can't nobody be you but you.
If you're having a hard time understanding your sexuality, honestly, I would suggest experimenting. I would. Maybe not.
Don't go crazy, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't be doing too much.
Like, give it a real shot, though. Like, really try. See if you're really into it or not.
I feel like something like that, you will know if you're comfortable or not.
You will. You won't have to force yourself to be comfortable. They'll make you comfortable. And if you feel anxious in the moment, stop. Just stop. Try again the next day. Or don't. Whatever. But I feel like a lot of the things, when it comes to understanding yourself and your sexuality, it does come from experience. So I definitely would suggest, like, if you're a girl and you like girls or you're interested by a girl, go with that being interested. See where it takes you. Same thing if you're a boy and you notice that you like boys. If you're interested in someone, keep going with that. You know?
Do it.
There's no time limit. There's no right or wrong way. It's literally just you and your discretion. Whatever you're comfortable with. So yeah.
Yeah, guys just make me uncomfortable.
If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any comments, any thoughts, let us know. We are more than happy to answer.
Drop a comment, DM us.
Let us know what you thought. Anything you wanted to add in.
Share y'all
Otherwise-
stories. If y'all open to it, share your story in the comment. We'd love to hear.
I read all the comments, so
Yeah,
For
she
sure.
tells me too. We both tapped in.
I'm like, I read all the comments. So if you do comment, I will see you. So yeah, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe.
Hit the bell to get notified. Tell your mom to tell her auntie. You know what it is. The Vibe Tribe, we back and better. So hit that button. All right.
She's fully charged. Anyways.
Peace.